Men are driven by a desire for freedom, and women are driven by a desire for security. When you think of the archetype of the traditional masculine man, he's very adventurous, he's open to taking risks. But the traditional woman is more reserved, she doesn't like to take risks. She enjoys doing things that are familiar to her. I know there's a lot of exceptions for this, especially in today's society where there's so many masculine women and feminine men. The reason for this is that deep down, men and women are motivated by two completely different things. What's motivating a man to take action is not the same thing as what's motivating a woman. If you don't understand that these motivations are different, then you're not going to understand human behavior. Simply put, it all comes down to men's desire for freedom and women's desire for security. As a man, I want you to imagine living your life inside of a routine. When you wake up, you know exactly where you're going, who you're going to talk to, what is expected of you, and exactly what the outcome is going to be. Everything is predictable. This kind of structure feels restricted. There's like an unnecessary limitation on your choices. Of course, a little bit of structure and routine is completely fine or even a good thing, but as a whole, you want to be able to wake up to possibilities, adventures. You want to be able to do things without being locked in to pre-existing commitment. But this is very different from a woman's perspective. As a woman, too much choices, too much freedom is frightening. With too many decisions to make, she gets overwhelmed. The idea of having structure and routine doesn't feel restricting to a woman. It feels safe and comfortable. When it comes to dating and relationships, the man wants to go out camping, hiking, exploring nature, while the woman wants to stay in the hotel, in town, exploring the local shops. When it comes to children, men are more likely to take a hands-off approach. Just let the children figure it out, make their own mistakes. But the women are more likely to take a hands-on approach, a lot of caring, planning, and preparation. I want you to imagine a wedding. You get the bride and the groom holding hands at the altar. Although they're doing the same thing, they're both getting married. But if you go inside the man's mind, he's thinking, oh my god, what am I doing? Am I really making this commitment? I'm gonna be restricted in my choices for the rest of my life. No more variety. Is this really a good decision? Am I making a mistake? But for the woman, she is quite calm. She's thinking, yes, finally, commitment, monogamy. This is safety. This is comfort. I can finally relax. You see, the reason why we have these differences is because each gender wants more of what they don't have. With masculinity comes order, structure, logic. Men are very familiar with masculinity because it is built into our biology. We spend so much time immersed in this masculinity that we get sick of it. We want to get out of our heads. We want to escape from this masculinity. So we seek adventure. We do things that we've never done before. We go into the wild. We explore the unknown. We want to take risks. We want to lean into chaos because chaos is not our natural state. However, for women, it's the complete opposite. If masculinity is order, then femininity is chaos. There's nothing defined, no structure, no routine. It's unpredictability, it's unexpected, it's novelty. Now, if you think order is good and chaos is bad, then you completely miss the point. There's nothing inherently good or bad about this. Men cannot exist without women, and women cannot exist without men. There's no chaos without order, and there's no order without chaos. These things are interconnected, interdependent. One cannot exist without the other, and that's just the way it is. Too much order bores men, but too much chaos frightens women. So what does a woman do? She leans into order. She leans into masculinity. She makes sure the house is clean, neat, organized. She likes to spend time with her friends who she's known for a very long time. They're familiar to her. She likes to do things that she has done before. Crazy risk-taking adventures might be exciting for men, but they are stressful for women. This is the duality of human dynamic, the yin and yang energy between men and women. Men are burning hot and they want to go swimming in cool water. Women are icy cold and they want to warm themselves by the fire. Each gender desires more of what they don't have. Men seeking chaos, women seeking order. You see, what motivates men is not the same as what motivates women. Men are driven by a desire for freedom, and women are driven by a desire for security. Alright, just a quick video about human dynamic. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, stay curious.